I was coming back into the room when I noticed a shadow moving. I followed it and saw a masked man trying to get into the chief's room. When he noticed me, he bolted, but I caught up with him. We struggled, and he pulled out a knife and slashed my arm, but I managed to stab him too before he escaped, knocking over the lamp in the process. Everyone stood in stunned silence. Oddly, the maids and guards didn't seem surprised. Only Enam and her guests looked truly shocked. Enam's mother let out a deep sigh. It's happening again. The chief's life has always been in danger since Enam left. But after we heard she had died and her father suffered a stroke, the attacks suddenly stopped until now. The doctor finished dressing Patrick's wound and the maids quietly cleaned the mess. Security was tightened as guards tried to track down the intruder, but he was already long gone. Enam and her mother kept apologizing for what had happened to their guests. Maxwell was shaken, but grateful his friend had survived. As he helped Patrick to his bed, Maxwell silently thanked God. If something worse had happened, he wouldn't have known what to tell their families back home. The night passed in restless silence. Though Patrick had been treated and was stable, the tension in the house was thick, like a storm waiting to break. The next morning, investigators arrived, combing through every corner of the mansion. Guards were questioned, maids were pulled aside. No one had seen the masked intruder clearly, but there was one small trace left behind, a bloodied handkerchief near the bushes by the east gate. Hours later, the chief's personal guard returned with an update. The trio led us towards the servant quarters, but it stopped near the guest wing. We suspect the intruder knew the place well. Maxwell felt a chill run down his spine. That means it could have been someone from inside. Enam was visibly disturbed. Her eyes darted from face to face, as if searching for answers. Patrick sat silently, his arm bandaged, listening. Later that evening, Enam's mother called a private meeting. Only a few trusted individuals were invited: Maxwell, Patrick, the chief's personal guard, and Enam. I've been thinking deeply about what happened. Her mother began gravely, and I believe this wasn't just a random attack. This was personal. Who would want to harm the chief? Patrick asked. Enam glanced at her mother, hesitant. You think it's someone close to us, don't you? Her mother nodded slowly. Yes, and I have my suspicions. A heavy silence fell. Then the chief's guard stepping forward and placed a sealed bag on the table. Inside was the bloodied handkerchief. Enam was in deep thought and gasped. Kweku? Her mother closed her eyes. Yes, Kweku, my nephew. Your cousin. Maxwell frowned. Why would he? He's been power hungry since he was a teenager. Enam's mother said with sorrow. When the chief fell ill after your death, Kweku was among the first to propose taking over as acting head. But we resisted. Your father's will was clear. No one assents until you, Enam. That's why we wanted you to get married and officially declare you as a successor. Enam looked shaken. So he wanted the chief out of the way to take the throne? Patrick leaned forward. And with Enam presumed dead, and the chief's sake, he thought the path was clear. But when we showed up, it disrupted everything. That's why he acted last night, Maxwell added. Desperation. As the puzzle began to come together, Enam's mother stood and called in the guards. Find Kweku now. They went to Kweku's house, but the security personnel informed them that they were told he had traveled for a business meeting 2 days earlier. Enam's mother pleaded with them desperately, urging them to find him before his stab wound healed, proof that could serve as key evidence. A manhunt began immediately. Before the day ended, Kweku was caught red-handed at the border, attempting to cross the border with the help of another man. Both were swiftly apprehended and taken to the palace. As they were dragged in, Enam's eyes widened in shock. Her heart nearly stopped. She recognized the man standing beside Kweku. She screamed his name. It was him, the man she had once loved with all her heart, the man she had sacrificed everything for. How did he know Kweku? He stood there, unable to meet her gaze, his head bowed in shame. The silence was deafening. The truth was unraveling, and it was more painful than she had ever imagined. When Kweku was brought before the family, he didn't resist. "You ruined everything," he hissed at Enam. "You were supposed to be dead." Enam stepped forward, her voice trembling but firm. "You betrayed us, our family, all for a throne that was never yours to take. How do you even know Dan?" Enam asked, her voice trembling. Kweku sighed and looked away. "He's my friend. I saw how desperate you were for freedom. I could tell you felt trapped here. You are a woman, and according to tradition, you wouldn't be allowed to rule. The people believed you were the rightful heir or chosen by ancestors, and all the oracles that were consulted said you are the rightful heir, leaving no hope or room for me. I deserved to be the rightful heir. Your father still tried to get you married so you can rule with the man you married. I invited Dan to the cultural exchange event, and of course, he was captivated by your beauty. You fell in love with him too, which made it a perfect opportunity to carry out my plan to get you out of here. He later told me that you had been in a very serious accident. We called the hospital and the nurse confirmed you had died. I still don't know how that mix-up happened, but for me, it was good news. The original plan was for both of you to stay together so you would forget everything about this place. But then his wife discovered the affair and he had to back out. I tried to kill your father so I could ascend the throne faster, Kweku confessed. When I heard you had died, I was certain the throne would be mine until he came back. I came to kill you myself this time, not your father. Enam broke down in tears. I don't even want the throne, she sobbed. I just want to live a normal life. Kweku was arrested and handed over to the authorities. That night, the mansion was quieter, but not in the peaceful way it once was. It was the silence after a storm. A family forever halted. Enam broke down in tears. I don't even want the throne, she sobbed. I just want to live a normal life. Maxwell turned from the darkened horizon, his gaze softening as he looked at Enam, who sat huddled on a nearby chair, her tears still fresh. He walked towards her, his footsteps quiet on the stone balcony. "Enam," he began gently, his voice a low, comforting tone. "Your parents forgave you, in spite of everything, because they love you. They want what they believe is best for you." He paused, letting his words sink in. "Listen to them, Enam, not out of obligation, but because they have your well-being at heart. Take the time you need. Get to know this man you are betrothed to. Truly know him, not just the image presented to you. If after that you still feel it's not right, then you will know you've made the right decision for yourself. But give them and yourself that chance." Enam looked up, her eyes red and swollen. A single tear traced path down her cheek. She nodded slowly, a silent acknowledgement, a fragile acceptance. "And remember," Maxwell added, his voice laced with quiet strength, "you are strong and brave. You have the power to decide your own path. Don't let anyone take that from you." He then turned to Patrick, a silent, understanding passing between them. "It's time we went home, Patrick." The journey back was long, the silence heavy with unspoken emotions, yet companionable. Upon their return, Maxwell thanked Patrick, his voice thick with gratitude. "Patrick, I don't know how to thank you for everything. and I'm deeply sorry for what you endured. Patrick placed a hand on Maxwell's shoulder, a reassuring gesture. It's all right, Maxwell. We faced it together. Maxwell's mother, upon his arrival, embraced him tightly, her relief palpable, her silent prayer answered. Oh, Maxwell, she sighed, her voice thick with emotion, trembling slightly. I'm so glad you are safe. My boy, I've been so worried. Maxwell held her close, a small, weary smile on his face. So am I, mother. So am I. He knew that the lessons learned, the shadows on earth, would linger, a constant reminder. He understood now, more than ever, that the most dangerous storms weren't always the ones that raged outside, but the ones that brewed within the heart, leaving scars that time could barely heal. The end.